Did you ever want to know what life you were born to live?
I would love to know the life I was born to live.
Okay, cool, because that's what we're going to talk about.
Yes, fuck yes.
Today.
Yay.
Okay, welcome to a segment of Wine and Divination. It's called Witchy and Whining About It, and I'm one of your hosts. I'm Kristi.
I'm Devin.
And today we have a special third host.
A thirder.
We have Doreen again.
Doreen again. Woohoo.
If you haven't checked out her episode where we do her tarot reading, go and look. It's the episode right before this. It's on YouTube, on all the podcast platforms.
And you've already liked and commented on it, so you know where it's at.
Yes.
This is like Blood and Friends, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For those who haven't haven't seen your or listened to your episode, can you summarize just who you are, how you're connected to the pod?
I am Devin's aunt or however you want to say it. It's up to you. So we're I'm just chiming into what these guys do, and they've invited me to happy to be here, and I don't know. We're going to talk numbers.
Yes,
Let's talk numbers.
All about numerology. Right. So I've only seen a few. I'm very new to numerology.
Me too.
I saw a few TikToks, I think, that say that basically there's a certain amount based on your like birthday, and you're like adding maybe numbers together and then getting at something, and then there's like a certain set number of types of people. Or maybe that's kind of what I understand.
That seems to be the case.
And it's like the different personalities that we have. You know, it's kind of almost like a Myers-Briggs, but with the numbers of your birthday.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Right. So then I don't know. That's my understanding of it.
I agree with your understanding.
And our source material for today is The Life You Were Born to Live by Dan Millman.
Over 1 million copies sold.
Author of The Way of the Peaceful Warrior.
Interesting.
Okay. A guide to finding your life purpose. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the 25th anniversary edition, so he's been around for a hot minute. I assume he knows what he's talking about.
So I want to go back to like the way that this episode came about. So from my perspective, it was like Devin texted me and was like, oh my God, my aunt was looking into our numbers. Or no, you were like, when's your birthday? And then I was like, that's how it always starts. It's like, when's your birthday?
When's your birthday? I should have known.
No, it's fine. Or it was even like, it's always like, what time were you born? That's when you know you're in trouble because someone's about to look up your shit.
Yep, that's right.
So I think you were like, when was your birthday again? Or and then you were like, oh my God, like, me and your aunt have a lot of like things in we're like the same personality.
Superficially have lots of things in common, but then also turned out to be the same numbers.
Spooky.
Yeah,
Spooky.
weird coincidence. Yeah. So that's how this kind of came about.
But also one of my best buds is the same number that Devin is. So even spookier.
And isn't your husband?
And my husband.
And your husband is the same number as me too.
Crazy.
Yeah. So
there's just been a lot of people hovering around us in our situation that we have similar numbers or the same numbers, and then we're like, you're the same number as me, and I'm the same number as you, and let's talk about these.
The universe is funny in that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So okay, let's jump into it, just like these dogs are jumping on each other.
Yeah. Okay. We're at my apartment again. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so how should we
first of all, for Dan Millman, the way he does it is he assigns you two numbers, yes?
It's like a formula. There's a formula.
What
there's
is
a
it?
How do we
at
do
the
it?
very beginning of the book, there's like a formula. You add your numbers together, your birthday, your birth year, your something or other. Everything gets added together, and then you're reduced down to these two numbers.
Okay.
How many sets of numbers are there?
For Kristi and I, there are 4.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Actually, no, there are 8.
Oh, why?
Wait a minute. No, 4.
4? Okay.
Okay. What about me and Wayne?
2810, that's 2.
Just 2?
That's just 2.
Oh.
Yeah, for some reason, like there are folks that were other numbers that are related to our number, but nobody's going to have those numbers because of the years of birth at this point. So they're done.
Right.
So those numbers are retired.
They're retired numbers.
The personalities are done.
They're done. But what they live on in us
Right.
because we're related.
Okay.
So, but it's interesting. That's my understanding.
Okay.
Okay.
So then do we know how exactly to add our number? Like say if we take our like a birthday, how do we get our number?
From this book, I would say you would have to refer to his method of adding and subtracting to get
find
your
out.
numbers. So if we have a second, I can look
of course.
into how to get your numbers.
Would it be like your whole would it be the month and date?
I believe
and
it
year?
is. I believe it's the whole thing.
So it's like, would you add together the like okay, I'm a January 26th birthday, like so 0 and 1 is like 1, and then like 2 and 6 is like 8, and then would I add those together? Plus the years?
This is like possible birth numbers for the 20th century, additional birth numbers for the 21st century. If you prefer to do the math, you can find a step-by-step method for calculating any birth number using an accurate date of birth in the appendix at the end of this book. Once you've completed the calculation and checked your math, make note of your birth number. Return to this page and read on.
Oh, so they have some tables that maybe you can just look it up.
There's a whole bunch of things,
see.
but I did all that jazz.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah.
So
we
she did
can
all the
skip
jazz.
ahead.
Yeah,
We
for sure.
know our numbers.
We know our numbers.
Okay, so then if you maybe get the book, look it up if you want to know how to do it,
You can get the info.
or like on the internet. I'm sure it's on there.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Okay,
can
so
find
let's jump into
it.
our.
Do we want to do y'all
Personality
first or
types.
me first? 2810.
Well, 2810 came up first.
Okay.
You want to do 2810
Okay.
first?
So these are my numbers. I'm a 2810.
Yeah, you are 2810.
What does that even mean?
Well, 10, is creativity through security with inner gifts.
Oh,
It's got a little synopsis. 8 is influence through authority.
I hate authority.
No, but
And
you
then,
could be the authoritative
exactly,
figure.
and you could be the influence.
I am an Aquarius.
And 2, cooperation through balance. Devin's like,
Oh, so
about
that's
that.
how the 10 is obvious, but then the 28 that's 2 and 8.
They break it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
it's broken
Okay.
up. So what do we want to know here? What do we want to go? We got working 2810 in the positive, working 2810 in the negative, and life path issues.
That's
Or a general overview.
Quite deep.
Well, no, it goes on. Relationships, talents, work, and finances.
Okay.
Keys to fulfilling your destiny.
I want to know that.
Yeah, let's go.
Keys to
We
fulfilling
want
your
to skip
destiny.
ahead. to
Let's do
keys to
like
fulfilling your
the
destiny.
general overview that they
Okay.
do, and then go into the keys to fulfilling destiny. I think
Okay.
that sounds cool.
You want me to read this?
Yeah, summarize.
Okay.
Or do you want to read yourself,
you
or do you want
wanna
me
do
to
it?
read you?
Or do
Let's
you
see.
want
Let me
Kristi to
take
do
a
it?
look about what
Yeah,
this is
take a
telling
look.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. Those on the 2810 life path are here to work through issues combining material success and creative energy. I feel that. Applying their creative energy and intuitive gifts in service of others. I feel that stray dog in my apartment.
And this podcast.
Yeah, guiding with authority and compassion. I definitely feel that because I feel
Totally.
like I have an authority and I also have compassion, and I feel like they're at odds sometimes.
So you.
With the combined influence of creativity and the inner gifts of sensitivity, true, I'm a sponge, strength, expressiveness, and refined intuition, true. The authority of 2810 comes to full power once they overcome their life issues and obstacles. Okay. The sense of abundance and authority they achieve may center around family or the world at large, and it manifests as they step forward with confidence and with a clear motivation. You want to continue?
Where are you at?
I just did the first paragraph.
Oh, okay. Using the method outlined in this book for determining birth numbers, we don't add together the final 2 digits of 4-digit birth numbers. However, if we did add them together, 1 plus 0, we would end up with 28/10/1, underscoring the potential influence of double creative energy, 1, and need for security intensified by the inner gifts of sensitivity, strength, expressiveness, and intuition, which is 0. But will also need to prove themselves due to insecurity. Nearly all 28/10s have healing hands, using them, which is actually so interesting. Because I remember when we like first met and stuff that you had always wanted to do something that like heals people,
Healing hands.
so that's so interesting. Let's see, using them with sensitivity.
I also became an EMT for funsies.
Yeah. Like I feel like that was always
Literal.
quote unquote in the cards.
Yep.
They can intuitively feel where to direct or channel life energy if they give back rubs to friends, or both they and their lucky recipients will experience something special.
I should become a masseuse.
Yeah, it seems like you not only want to give, but you like to give. So, okay, because many 28/10s have subconscious resonance with an ancient lineage of wizards, sorceresses, or enchanters,
Okay, Harry Potter.
some of whom misuse their abilities. 28/10s may fear using their powers.
Is that you?
The law of higher will plays a central role as it inspires them to use their abilities for a higher purpose and thereby releases subconscious fears. The 28/10's innate drive to accept the mantle of authority can manifest only when 28/10s overcome their resentment for and rejection of authority figures, such as teachers, employers, supervisors, and self-proclaimed experts.
Okay, wait. I just became so excited I unplugged myself.
Yeah.
Hold on. I hate authority. Did I just say on the pod that I hate authority?
You literally just said that.
I literally fuck them all.
It's because you are your own. You are authority, so then it's like,
You butt heads.
So it says the bumper sticker, question authority, reflects the attitude of someone on the 28/10 life path. Their mixed feelings about authority figures mirror the ambiguity most 8s feel about money.
Ambiguity. I don't feel shit about money. I think that if I had it, I would spend it on stupid shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see. The powerful creativity of 28/10s is accomplished by equally powerful insecurities. These insecurities, amplified by mixed feelings about power and a tendency to disown their own power, create challenging hurdles for 28/10s to overcome on their life path. As a result of these tendencies, most 28/10s feel they need someone to lean on. They often feel insecure about standing on their own feet and taking care of themselves, yet in the long run, they find great satisfaction when they become self-sufficient and take control of their own life.
I do look for a lot of validation sometimes where I'm like, should I do this? Should I do this? Like, I don't know. Like, what do you think? But then also not. So I don't know.
When not taking leadership roles, 28/10s can often become the power behind the throne, cooperating with one or more people to create useful forms of service for a better world. In such roles, they need to be careful about getting too serious and preachy. The insecurities and related passive-aggressive tendencies associated with 1s and 8s contribute to the tendency of 28/10s to control others emotionally or mentally rather than state what they want honestly and directly.
I'm full of secrets.
The law of honesty can help 28/10s heal or improve their relationship. When these gifted, inspiring people grow into a sense of security, they can assume the mantle of authority, avoiding a tendency towards didactism or preachiness, which all 8s are prone to. They can then use their gifts and energy to lead and uplift others.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot to
going
unpack.
on there.
So let's see.
Ooh, some well-known 28/10s. Who?
It says Maya Angelou, Eminem, Steve Jobs, Janis Joplin, Martin Luther King Jr., George Lucas, Ralph Nader, Jack Nicholson, Shakira, Sarah Vaughan, Tiger Woods.
Okay, all right, Eminem.
Yeah. I feel like we can do talents, work, and finances, and then go into keys to fulfilling your destiny.
Okay.
So this is the talent, work, and finances section. Those working 28/10 possess high energy, healing hands, and sensitive intuition. They make excellent counselors who grasp important subtleties. In addition, when their inborn leadership and authority shine through, they can inspire others. Most 28/10s find fulfilling work in the field of healing or in businesses that help people. Many forms of healing exist for body, mind, and emotions, including hands-on body work or energy work, counseling, writing, teaching, and motivating others. Some 2810s get involved with the business of personal growth. We find 2810s in every walk of life, but no matter what their livelihood, they enjoy it most if given the opportunity to use their inner gifts, creative energies, and natural sense of authority. These individuals need to practice utmost honesty with regard to money. If they value money over service, they end up feeling unfulfilled, even if they're making very good money. If they face problems with money or integrity, 2810s do well to ask themselves, what do I really need? When under the influence of negative beliefs about money, 2810s struggle to get it, but unconsciously fight or sabotage their own efforts. When their creative energy flows onward with courage and with love, they manifest money naturally. They enjoy it and channel it creatively. When 2810s feel personally secure and are willing to claim their own authority, they create abundance on every level and make as much money as they allow themselves to.
Okay,
no
money.
one stops them but themselves. When they understand this, they get out of their own way and make significant contributions in the world.
All right, money. Okay, money.
What do you think about all this?
Some of it is resonating. Some of it, I feel like I have to go back and just like read it and like wrap my head around it. But I mean, I definitely feel like the healing hands and the intuition thing is like really interesting because and like the wanting to be like within a healing career, like I think that if I was encouraged at a different point in my life to do something like that, I would have pursued it, but I just never thought it was an option for me because I was always so fucked up that I never thought I could help other people. But I think today, like if I could go back and be a counselor or a therapist, I would.
Sure. But
So I think that makes sense.
Do you think that like tarot can be that kind of thing too?
I definitely think that's like one and the same because like that didn't come to your mind because I was like this podcast, but you were an EMT, but like I feel
thought
like this
too.
is a way.
I thought this podcast
this is a very
as well,
fulfilling
because it could
it's
be
free therapy.
Yeah, it is free therapy.
Well, if people think that I'm good at it, then sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, sure.
Well, let me read about you guys.
Yes.
30.
Oh wait. Do you want me to go into that like keys to fulfilling your destiny? Do you want to know?
Sure.
Okay. If you're working 2810, this section can help you manifest your life purpose by focusing your attention on core issues and by generating specific action to transform key areas in your life. So it says guideline. I'm just going to go with the guidelines and recommendations. It says express and clear anger towards authorities, then assume your own authority.
Come on, that is so you.
Literally,
you can't tell me what to do.
During our but during our Samhain episode, which came out a few weeks ago for part of our 3-part Halloween Spooktacular. If you're still in the mood, go back and watch it. We did for Devin. We did a Crossroads Samhain themed reading, and her whole thing was that you wanted to like it was basically like an authority issue. You wanted to speak up and you felt like you're like, what is blocking me to do so? And I definitely feel like this exactly makes sense to that, because it's like I think the whole thing is
all
like
authority figures are stupid.
Well, that's the thing is I think like just let it go and then you just be your own boss ass bitch. That's it. Period.
Okay.
I think that's it.
That is cool. I hear that.
Yeah.
But can I just like play the ant card here?
Of course.
Like having known Devin her whole life, basically. This is not anything new. This is something that she's always possessed.
Yeah.
So, like, when she was learning piano, say, she was just like, I know more than this piano. You know, her piano teacher.
She paid at Carnegie Hall.
Who played at Carnegie Hall. Devin at like 6 or 7 was like,
you're the expert.
I know more than this lady.
Yeah.
But so this has actually been with her.
That's so you.
Her whole life. It's not something that she developed.
Yeah.
It came in with
No, it's
her.
part of your personality.
It is part of your personality.
As the numbers
So she has
say.
always railed against authority.
Yeah.
Very early on.
Yeah.
And has not stopped.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to hear this particular numerology thing say, hey, get out of your own way.
Yeah.
And
That's
maybe
so
set
funny.
some of that aside and see what happens.
But everyone in power doesn't deserve to be there.
Certainly
that's-
not, but it's telling you to be
This is a
temperate
you. This
about
is a
it.
you issue.
Exactly.
That's what it's saying.
I think it's a them issue.
It says
no.
express and clear anger towards authority, then assume your own authority.
Then assume your own
literally
authority.
don't put your energy towards them and just worry about you.
Exactly.
That's what it's saying, I feel.
Walk into your own power. I think is
Don't
what
worry
it's
about
saying.
them being in
Yeah.
power.
Right.
When you can be, it's like you're focusing all your energy on the fact that being mad about them being in power when you could spend that energy on literally getting into power yourself.
Assuming your power.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, worry about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It says exercise daily with strength and vigor.
Sure.
That's what it's saying.
All right.
It says
It might help you.
Yeah.
I mean, I have back pain.
There, it might
It
help.
might help. It might help.
It says move through insecurity to get where you're going. So literally just worry about you.
Yeah.
Find ways to use your creativity and inner gifts.
Okay.
You're doing that right now.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a whole journey.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's you.
All right. Let's read about you.
Okay.
So Doreen and Kristi are both 31-4s, right?
Yes.
31-4s, not 13-4, 31-4.
No. Yeah.
But it says 31
Typo.
4 and 13 4.
This
What's
is
the difference?
This is the extinct,
oh.
and this is the now.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, 31-4. Okay.
Yeah.
Those on the 31-4 or 13-4 life path are here to work through issues of stability, creativity, and emotional expression, learning to channel their energy in constructive ways and master a step-by-step process to their goals.
Sounds literally. I already resonate.
It's legitimate,
That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
Since
I'm
our
already sold.
Since our life purpose doesn't come easily, 31-4s have to overcome self-doubt and insecurity to develop the confidence necessary to follow a long, sometimes arduous process to reach their goals. Until then, they operate on hopes, wishes, or enthusiastic illusions.
Yeah.
Since both 31-4s and 13-4s are here to ground their energy and develop secure foundations, they often confront tendencies towards instability and lack of commitment, which run counter to their life purpose. To overcompensate for insecurity, many 31-4s developed a highly ambitious persona, a big ego that works to prove their worth as they strive to impress others due to fears of inferiority beneath the surface.
I actually literally feel like that's me right now because it's like I have all these like accolades and awards, but then I don't know if it's like an imposter syndrome thing or like it's like I believe and I am that director, you know.
Right.
I am Academy Award winner. Kristi
She is. She
Boyd.
won a Student
are.
Academy
So
Award.
I literally am, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. I think there's so much that I'm trying to live up to, and then it's not happening.
Is
but
it
then
like,
it's butting
I
heads.
am, but am I?
It's like I think
kind of
it's like a cognitive dissonance. You know,
Okay.
I think that I know that I am, and I'm expecting certain things, and I think also that's part of like, I think that's part of my personality, in that I am, like, I push myself to be that, but then
Right.
also at the same time, it's hard to not live up to that. You know, so I think that's exactly that whole like ego, like creating a big persona and then not necessarily
Yeah.
like, you know, that's also driving
And
me,
just-
but also pulling me under.
In contrast, I don't know that I've ever, the part that for me kind of falls a little bit on the other side is like I don't feel like I've ever really quite had that persona. Like, I don't know that I've pushed it hard enough.
Yeah.
But what I take away from a lot of this, and I think we're going to get into it, is the process. Like, a lot of this is, for us, is based on process. So let's see what...
The willingness to pursue and persist in a gradual process is essential to bringing the highest creativity and expression of 31-4s into the world. Whether their foundation rests on family, home, land, education, or work, this foundation forms the stable base for expanding out into life. A secure home base and a safe, settled, orderly environment amplify their impact many times over. Bursts of inspiration or spurts of energy don't substitute.
The burst. That's the T right there.
Don't substitute for diligent work over time. The life they build depends on the preparations they make and the process they follow.
Yeah.
I think that's actually really true.
It's
because
very true, I think.
Like in my experience, like since high school, I've had this plan of how I'm going to go about my education. I'm going to go, I'm going to go
I
to
feel like you're very process oriented.
Yeah, I'm going to go to SCAD and I'm going to double major, and when that didn't work, I'm gonna go to grad school. I'm gonna be all these things. It's I want to be an artist, but I also want to do film, and I know that the art is gonna be a good foundation for film, and right. And this is things that I've stuck with, and now that I've done it, I feel like that resonates so much. And I am a very process person. I made a whole doc about how to do multicam editing.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
But that's just me. I was it was fun for me to do that. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm.
But it's interesting that we can actually talk about this 31-4.
That we're the same personality. Yeah, that's so crazy.
This 31-4 issue between us, because the same thing. I feel like everything that I've been drawn to, the same. I was when I was younger, I was oh, I want to go to Parsons School of Design. I went to Parsons School of Design. I got there. I want to study photography. I studied photography. I did that. I liked the process of photography.
Yeah.
I liked the way that you had to develop something.
Yeah.
Because it was a step by step thing. And you saw it in front of you.
Yeah.
And I really resonate with process in everything, from art making to creativity to,
Well, a key concept for 31-4s is that the success in terms of their life purpose lies not so much in achieving the end product as in their ability to go through the necessary process.
It's the journey.
So crazy.
It's the journey.
Yeah.
Through it.
So here's some tea.
Yeah.
Many 31-4s have experienced difficult family histories, sometimes entailing physical abuse by at least one parent, or perhaps a military childhood that meant they had to move around and never had a stable home life. Because our life purpose doesn't come easily, they have had hurdles to overcome in the area of establishing strong foundations. Even if they come from relatively stable households, 31-4s benefit from working through the issues of animosity, resentment, misunderstanding, or other turmoil to rebuild a sense of stable foundation.
Sure.
Yeah.
They need to express all of their emotions, including anger and resentment, before they can express love.
Totally.
They don't have to agree with their parents, but if they need to bring any issues into the open and express their feelings, even if their parents... but they need to bring any issues into the open and express their feelings, even if their parents are deceased.
Yeah, no, I think expressing... for me, I'm not going to speak for you, but we are, similar.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be on point.
But I do feel that need to try to express myself clearly to other family members or other people. I don't want people to be deceived about where I'm at. I feel like I want people to know where I'm at. And then, sometimes also those issues that surround it, where are we at this together? How are we doing this together? That stable foundation thing is something that I feel like I've always kind of wanted.
Yeah.
I want to be creative and I want to do this thing and I want to get all this stuff, but I want to feel like I'm grounded. Somebody ground me.
Yeah.
Make sure that I'm not so out in the stratosphere that I can't feel like I'm connected to anything here at the base.
Yeah.
Do you analyze everything to death?
I analyze
Oh
a
my
lot of things.
God.
Totally.
I will just spiral about some like one interaction, and then Jack will be like, "It literally doesn't matter. Like it's literally okay." And then I'm like, "Okay."
Well, it says to help that you can trust your gut feelings to avoid confusion.
Okay.
But that's also hard because I'm the type. I'm sure you are too. But I like to just like talk things out
Me too.
to death.
I totally do.
Like
Totally
over
do.
and over,
totally
and
do.
like literally speak out loud.
It's the
my
process.
experience.
It's the
that's
process.
that's so
Okay.
true. Yeah.
The primary challenge or hurdle for 31-4s involves following a step-by-step process, remembering that even the most overwhelming goal is easier when broken down into small steps.
It's very true.
Sure.
Since the life purpose of 31-4s involves process and it doesn't come easily, a part of them hates things that take a long time or a slow, careful process to achieve.
That's literally like my our first episode about my like career reading, that where it was like, okay, I said I know that this is a long game situation, but like, do I like that? Like, no,
And my reading that we just had
it's
a few hours ago,
literally
I
trust
felt
the process.
Exactly. Trust the process.
You guys like things to happen quickly or even magically.
I totally
Very
want things to
magically,
happen
yes.
Magically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You have
always-
inherent impatience.
I always thought that like just have someone discover me, like have someone discover my talents, and then I don't have to do all the other stuff.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
you
This
know.
is exactly how I feel. I feel like I take very much a stance of, you know how there's like people who go out there and they hustle and they like,
yeah.
they're like, I'm going to meet these people. I'm going to make it happen for myself. And I always feel like it's like, oh, whatever is meant to happen will come
Yes.
to me. And then if it, like, I don't know, but that's always realistic.
No.
It is very magical
But
in that sense.
it's
That's so
super
funny.
spooky that we can actually do this reading. I wish we had another 2810 because
Yeah,
it would
then
be
you
like the
can-
four corners.
Yeah,
seriously. Because I do think we feel similarly.
Yeah,
And we're getting the same
sure.
kind of vibes off of all of
For
this
sure.
stuff.
Ew.
Should we just go to
What?
like talents, work, and or what are you reading?
Why
what was
are you
ew?
saying ew?
Some well-known 31-4s, Donald Trump.
Ew.
But it also
No.
says like Bill Gates, Hugh Hefner,
Ew.
Arnold
Ew.
Schwarzenegger.
Oprah.
Ew.
Okay. the 14th Dalai Lama.
Babe Ruth.
All right, I'll take the Dalai
Sigmund
Lama.
Freud. Okay.
Bill Gates.
Marie Curie. Okay.
Ew. No,
Robert Frost.
Yeah, I like Robert Frost and Marie Curie. That's cool.
Interesting. No well-known 13-4s exist in our records because relatively few exist in the population.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're the
rare.
extinct. But let me just say, this book that I sent you, I'll have to send you guys a caption of the book that I have. It's older.
Oh, that's something different.
And the people in there are different.
Oh, interesting.
So I'll send that. This is like an updated. Like,
Yeah, those
so
are-
it's,
yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So what's our talents, work, and finances
Due
like?
to their array of creative and expressive drives and their sound analytical abilities, 31-4s find success in a variety of careers, often, but not necessarily, centered in some form of business, advising, or counseling in real estate or investments.
Oh, that is not what we're doing, but interesting.
However, they also do well in fields as divergent as coaching, service to family, architecture, engineering, or any form of creative communication that supports people.
Creative
communication.
that's
We fall under that heading.
Yeah.
check.
In the positive, their practical creativity developed over time leads to the security they desire. Oh, that's nice. If they're
That's
patient,
promising.
yeah.
I don't know if I
Fingers
believe it, but
If
we
they're
both are like, I don't know. But
if you're patient and thorough, one step leads to the next.
All right,
But they need to
you know.
remember
I believe.
that
I mean, I believe that.
Yeah.
they need to remember that overnight successes can take years and many small steps to come about.
Stop.
That's my issue.
If you're working 31-4, this section can help you. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Guidelines and recommendations.
Okay,
Remain
yeah,
humble and kind above all else.
I
totally
believe that
always
we
do that.
are. Yeah, I think it's
always
within
do
our
that.
nature.
Yeah.
To develop your full creative abilities, first develop your skills step by step over time.
I think we've done that.
Okay, check. That's
Yeah,
done.
we've
The
got
first two
that.
done.
Exercise
done.
your body, your mind, and your emotions.
I think I need to do that.
Okay, yeah, I think we.
I think I
both
need to
do
work on that.
Yeah.
Balance your analytical abilities with creative intuition.
That's tough.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's
Okay,
tough.
the last two are the things that we need to work on. We've got
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty good.
3 down.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that, yeah.
How
and
interesting.
then in this book, I'll just say, and
Oh, here, do you want to take
can
the
you
book?
flip it for a second? No, I mean, if anybody ventured to like looking further into this particular thing, it then gives you read about each of the following laws. The law of process.
Oh, so there's like a
the
whole
law of
philosophy
patterns, the law
behind
of
these
choices,
behaviors.
the
Okay.
law of flexibility, and the law of cycles, which can give you a little idea of, you know, and then it gives you little exercises to do with those laws and consider how you might apply each law to your life,
Cool.
There you go.
you know?
Awesome.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Fascinating.
But
my
I think the numerology is interesting,
It's super
you know,
interesting.
right?
I want to like kind of know more about it.
Do you want to borrow this book?
Yeah, eventually.
Dive
Maybe we
into
can do
it.
part 2 and go like
Yeah.
really deep.
Yeah,
But
you guys should dive into it.
I feel like I heard what I've heard about numerology too is that there's certain things you can add up and they'll tell you if you like if someone is going to be like famous or something like
Oh,
that or
really?
like it's like a
Okay.
certain numbers are more or they're types of personalities that are like prone to fame or something like that. Or same with astrology. It's like if you have certain things that are like adjacent to each other or if certain things are in different houses, there's like celebrities and famous people usually have
Okay.
a signifier, which is like really fascinating.
Okay.
And I don't know. I know very little about it. So if you know more, you want to let us know. Join our coven on Discord.
Yeah.
The link is at wine.divination.com.
Yeah.
Or comment below. What are some telltale signs of being famous? Are we going to be famous? Tell us. I want to know.
Wine and Divination will have 1,000
It's
listeners.
a step-by-step process.
Won't
Okay,
happen
we're gonna
overnight.
follow it and we'll do it.
Yeah.
And I'll be impatient about it the whole time.
Well, again, you guys kind of can balance out some of the outer realms of both of your numbers or both of, with each other because you're different,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I always feel like we complement each other in great ways
Definitely.
and also like bring different things
Definitely.
to the table for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We're different people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
January and February, both Aquarius, different months.
Well, I think at first when you sent me, when we were talking about this book, and I was like, you need to send me Kristi's like specifics so I can do the numbers. I think at first Devin thought like your numbers might add up to each other.
Oh.
But
even though we have a lot of similarities, we have quite
A few
different
differences,
core
yeah.
differences.
sure, no,
Yeah.
and but that it's weird. Like looking through this, I think I did a little work beyond like, oh, who is this person? And who is this person?
Yeah.
Just to see who's around you.
Yeah.
But I found out that like most of the people that I'm really close with are like 2810s.
It makes sense.
It's very odd. And then
makes
you have the
sense.
same experience. Like
Yeah.
you guys are very close and you're
Seriously,
the different
the
numbers.
numbers add up.
The numbers
Cool.
don't
Literally.
lie.
Awesome. Well, this has been another ep of Witchy and Whining About It. This is The Life You Were Born to Live by Dan Millman.
All about numerology. So if you want to check out what kind of life you were born to live, I feel like that's such a big thing to state, but you know what?
You were born to live
If you want to subscribe to this whole, if you want to subscribe to Wine and Divination, you should do it. But if you want to subscribe to this like way of life and these like laws of how to live your life, I think that could be really interesting. We haven't looked that much into it, but maybe we'll do like a part 2 diving into numerology because I think there's different. Because I have one experience about numerology. I don't know what happened, like where it came from or something, but my parents brought me to like some kind of like, I don't know if it was like a psychic fair, but kind of was, but in Hong Kong, and there was like Chinese numerology, and all I know is that the person did my birthday, I think, and they were saying that my significant other should be someone either 4 or 8 years older than me.
And he is.
And that's what's funny is at first we were just like, that's crazy, but then my partner is like 8 years older than me.
That's so interesting.
So then I was like, is that true? Or like what happened? Because I was like, oh, that would never happen or this and that. And then, it's kind of crazy. So I don't know. Maybe we can look into it more on another episode
Yeah.
Definitely.
of Witchy and
I think you
Whining About
should.
It.
Totally.
But Doreen, thank you so much for bringing this book to us, and
Yes.
also it's so funny that it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, the
Right?
cards don't lie, the numbers don't lie.
Let me just say, I don't know if you guys are into there is this Kurt Vonnegut idea. I think it was in Cat's Cradle. I don't know if you've read Vonnegut or not.
I've only read Slaughterhouse Five.
Okay. There's in Cat's Cradle, there's this idea of the cuirass. You are you come in with this cuirass of people that you have these connections with. And it's just this it's kind of like a soul pod. It's like this group of people that you end up going through this
past lifetime
things
with.
Cool. Yeah.
Interesting.
And I kind of feel like with these numbers and these intricate kind of like this is like a cuirass. This is
there's no denying the coincidences. It's strange.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's nice to have. It's nice to kind of put a name to it. I always refer to that it's a cuirass,
Yeah.
But I feel like there's not something. It's not just coincidental that you are a 31.
34.
34 one.
31.
31.
31. You're a 2810.
You're a 2810.
You're a 3410.
31. No, I think it's 31.
4.
31-4.
Yeah. We're gonna start making up numbers.
And that you're a 2810.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I have these connections to those things too. And
I'm actually so curious, what my partner is. I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll dive in. Yeah.
Maybe you should have
Yeah.
do these numbers.
That'd be cool. I don't think he'd ever do it. But so this has been a segment of Wine and Divination. It's Witchy and Whining About It. We talk about numerology. Check out this book if you want to know more by Dan Millman, The Life You Were Born to Live, and find out what kind of life you were born to live.
Yep, for sure.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.